Hey guys, Flores here, coming at you with another one of my VGC laddering sessions. Today we'll be going over that Araconid team that I made in my last team building video. So I just wanted to see if Substitute Leftovers Araconid actually has a place in the format, or if it was just some crazy idea thought of one night. So the only way to find out is if we play some games and see how it works. And if it does work. So we're into a game, and it's a interesting matchup. Pretty standard actually. Not Coco, double Tapu team. It looks strong actually. So, in theory, this is the place where Substitute Araconid should do well, because he's got Intimidate and he's got things that threaten it. So if I can set up free subs, that would be nice. But am I going to be able to set up free subs? That's the question. So what do I want to lead actually? Crocodile is going to be potentially a lead, so I have to bear that in mind. But I do think I really like Arcanine here in this matchup. It's nice for hitting the Celesteela, and Magnezone's got a really pretty abysmal matchup, I think. It's only good against the Celesteela. Everything else, I guess they're a Dactyl, and the Lele, but like, it won't be a first pick, that's for sure. I think I want to lead Arcanine actually. I want something for this Aerodactyl. Oh, sorry. Which is kind of making me think Araquanid. And that actually looks pretty strong. Araconid, Arcanine, but who do I want in the back? Salamence would be nice, but he's got two Tapus, and that's making me a little bit hesitant, but against everything else, Salamence is really, really strong. So I'm going to bring Salamence, I think. And now we've got the last pick option. Tapu Bulu certainly looks like it could work. It's good against both of his Tapus. Aerodactyl, potentially. Crocodile, yes, unless there's... I don't think Crocodile gets Poison Jab. So we could be fine there. And I actually feel like that's true. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to do the command to find out if Crocodile actually does get Poison Jab, because that should be something I know. I think I've done it before, and I've probably just forgotten. Okay. I'm not very good, apparently. Let's see, how do you... Yeah, it's got an O. Right. Good. So it can't land Poison Jab. Okay. And he led Aerodactyl, Crocodile. So Araconid really, really, really does like this spot. And my Arcanine would outspeed, unless it's Jolly Crocodile, I'm outspeeding it. I think I'm going to bring in Tapu Bulu, and I'm going to Liquidation. I'm going to Liquidation Aerodactyl. Hopefully, he doesn't Rock Slide flinch me, and he protects Crocodile and Tailwinds. Yeah, it's a safe play for him. I mean, the Protect doesn't gain him anything that turn, and you hope he can make something out of the Tailwind, but Aerodactyl Skydrop will not knock out Tapu Bulu. And I've got a free Liquidation to the Crocodile slot. He's got no water switch-ins and 2 water weaknesses, so that is kind of questionable. Free, actually, the Crocodile. That's very questionable, because water types are a massive issue for his team. He only has one real... it's the check, Tapu Koko. You can't switch into Araquanid very well. What am I going to do here? I'm going to... I could Rock Slide, because that also chips stuff if he doesn't Skydrop Tapu Bulu. Or I could just Horn Leash it. I guess... I don't really... Can I afford for Aerodactyl miss? Not really, because if it does have Skydrop, then it's going to have a way of touching Araquanid. Like, it's threatening Araquanid, even though it's intimidated. So, we're going to play around that. I'd like... Rock Slide's 90% accuracy, and so while it would be nice if the Crocodile does switch, Misty would be terrible. And here's Sky Drop and his Z move. That does nothing. I resist that. And I just pick up a 1-hit KO back. And that was Intimidated, so that's very impressive damage. And with the Grassy Terrain and the Leftovers, I don't have a Protect, and I've almost healed back all that damage. Okay. So he could double into the Tapu Bulu right here. I don't think I could live, but I'm hoping he doesn't double into it. I don't really... Oh wow, the Sky Drop does nothing. Okay, I might. He doesn't double, but that's okay on the Aerodactyl. That's good. Because... Yeah, this... Oh, Grassy Terrain's up. Not up. Yeah, sure. And he has Tapu Koko in the back. Very interesting. Very interesting. He's got 1 turn left of Tailwind. I think I want to double switch here. But the question is, who do I want to double switch? I think I'm going to swap Bulu for Salamence and Araquanid for Arcanine. Because I basically want Araquanid and Bulu. Or maybe Araquanid's not even that good in this spot. Oh, Thunderbolt does nothing. That has got to be Choice Spec Psychic. Ah, that hurts. But that's okay. I hope. As long as it's Timid Tapu Lele, I could be in some trouble, I guess. But I'm gonna swap in Tapu Bulu and oh, Electric Terrain's up. Oh shucks. It did that much to Salamence without its terrain up. Oh boy. Okay. Right. I'm still gonna bring in Tapu Bulu though, I think. Oh, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Flamethrower the Tapu Lele, and I think I'm going to protect the Arcanine. Because I can't afford for Bulu actually to switch in. And yeah, Salamence can't do anything at this point if it's that low. So Psychics, yeah, he's definitely Choice Specs, I don't doubt it. Wasn't like a max roll and like a Twisted Spoon set or something. Okay. So... this is where it comes down to speeds. And if I hit Snarl. Nature's Madness misses, and I am faster. I missed a Koko, but that's okay. That's not the one I needed to hit. And there we go. Heal everything back up. That's real nice. Because that should be Heatwave range, potentially. The Tapu Koko went for Nature's Madness, so it's making me think it's more of a supportive set, so... it took that Horn Leech actually pretty well, so I don't think a Heatwave would knock it out. But I'm still going to go for that, I think. Oh, actually... yeah, I eliminate the Tapu Koko, Araquanid wins. So... I'm gonna Heatwave and Horn Leech. Yep, new Nature's Madness, that's okay. Yeah, he takes that Heatwave so well. He crits, and that probably did matter, which kind of stinks. But that's okay, I think. Because I'm gonna bring in Araquanid. And Heatwave is not going to knock out his Tapu Koko. Actually, it's a roll. Presumably. Maybe a max roll to KO it. But he has to double into this Araquanid to knock it out. And if he doesn't double into it, he just loses. I'm actually going to lead... no, I'm going to Liquidation. And Heatwave. Yeah, Thunderbolt. Oh, but I get a burn. That could be big. Oh. Well, not now. Okay, so... we know his Choice Specs, so I'm just going to protect. I want as much passive recovery as I can with this Grassy Terrain. This is just giving me a lot of free recovery, so... presumably this Araquanid can live a Psychic now. And we want to go for... accuracy right now. And Snarl's more accurate. The thing is, say he crits Araquanid. Like, I snarl him, I do a little bit of damage to the Lele. He psychics Araquanid and crits it, knocks it out. I then proceed to lose because I haven't got enough damage. So, how much has Heatwave been doing to this Tapu Lele? Because, okay, yeah, that Koko's much more bulky and is like very bulky. If that Lele's taking a decent amount more, Tapu Lele's got good special bulk. Could even be a Assault Vest Tapu Koko actually. That would make sense. Yeah, so I'm going to Liquidation and I'm going to Heat Wave. Ooh, he doesn't crit though, and so that seals up the game. But yeah, I think he needed to double crit to win there, or if I missed a Heat Wave. And so yeah, we take a win there. That's pretty cool. And we'll go for a second game, see if we can proceed to get another win, as we just did. And we're playing a very interesting team. It looks like a sort of Trick Room hybrid team. Like, you can definitely see it's got a real strong Trick Room mode. The Drampa, the Rongu, the Araquanid, and the Crabmonabull, or however you pronounce that. And you got the Tapu Koko and the Raichu is a fast mode. It's kind of interesting. Maybe the Rongu is not minimum speed, because it seems kind of odd having 2 fast mons and 4 really slow ones. So it might be a sort of mid-speed one. So it can instruct maybe Tapu Koko with Discharge or something. But, what do I want to lead then? Tapu Bulu doesn't look like it's got a fantastic matchup. Doesn't like the Crab, and Araquanid could run Poison Jab. And Drampa would presumably have a fire move. But I'm still going to lead it, because it shuts down electric terrain if it's lead, which is nice. And who do I want to lead it with? Aerodactyl and Skydrop, but I don't think it's got enough longevity for this sort of match. Arcanine looks like because it can burn stuff and it can snarl stuff, and that looks really nice. I think I want Araquanid and Magnezone. Salamence's matchup is really, really awful here. So, we're not going to... Even though Intimidate might be nice, the only thing it really wants to Intimidate, other than Araquanid, KOs it. So he does lead that electric mode. He doesn't have any Rock Slide switch-ins. Actually, he only has one Horn Leech switch in, that's the Drampa. So and I can Superpower if that comes in. So I'm going to Horn Leech this Tapu Koko, and I think I'm going to Snarl. Okay, so he fakes out and he Volt switches. So this Arcanine's definitely a threat for him. But as I said, the only thing that can switch in here is the Drampa, which it does. It's got Cloud 9, interesting, he's not running Berserk. Ooh, he takes a lot there. He's definitely going to die to a Superpower. So I'm going to Superpower and I'm going to Snarl still. He could swap the Raichu for a Tapu Koko, which he does, so that's why I like the Snarl. It also potentially puts the Drampa if Superpower's a roll. I highly doubt it, but yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we traded a knockout there, and Arcanine really hasn't taken that much damage. So I'm going to swap Tapu Bulu for Magnezone. I'm going to protect the Arcanine here. It's a pretty passive turn, but it gives me the option to swap Bulu in the next turn. So I can override the electric terrain of my Grassy. He protects Raichu. Okay. And he Volt switches. Right. I mean, that's a pretty passive turn for him to... Oh, he's got a Rongu in the back. Well, I'm not really threatened at all by his team. He has almost nothing for the Tapu Bulu, especially the Assault Vest. So I'm going to bring in Bulu and I'm going to Snarl, because that's a double weakness to Dark. And lowering both the special attack would be nice. And I don't think the Rongu, if it goes for Psychic or if it goes for Instruct, can't knock out Arcanine. Yeah, he does Instruct. Yeah, that Snarl's big because I live that attack now. That's nice. So what I'm going to do is Horn Leech the Raichu. Well, actually, because he's probably going to swap in his Tapu Koko. I kind of want to punish that. But I guess Arcanine's not really that relevant anymore. So I'm just going to hit... Ooh, okay. What does he do here then? I mean, I'm still getting a Snarl off, so his Orungu's got very little damage output now at half. Yeah, it doesn't KO. Perfect. That's still fine for me, because while, yeah, he sort of wins the damage there, it's not changed his position too much. I'm just going to Heat Wave here now, because I'd rather the damage. I fully expected Arcanine to go there. Wow, and Horn Leech just knocks out the Raichu. That's excellent, because Magnezone comes in now, and he's got nothing for the combination here. I'm going to swap Tapu Bulu for Arachnid, because Arachnid hasn't got much of a role now, and I'm going to Thunderbolt this Orungu. Because I get the Electric Terrain Boost, it's getting good damage, he discharges, alright. Ah, he paralysis, that's annoying. Yeah, that won't be discharge range for the Magnezone to get knocked out. So while it does look like I've taken a lot of damage that turn, my Tapu Bulu just comes in for free now. So I'm going to Horn Leech this Tapu Koko, and I'm going to Protect. The only way he has a way out of this is if Discharge paras me and then fully paras. And doesn't look like it's going to in time. Nah. So we just get the knockout there, and I would say this game is pretty much locked up. No special defense drop there either if he wanted to try and go for that win condition, I guess. Because I just Horn Leech here and Thunderbolt. Thunder Wave can miss, so it's not actually in my... Like, it's not a good decision to go for. And so we pick up another win there. Fantastic. So let's see if we can go for a third win, because that would really be nice. I would like to go and repeat, I believe, last episode where I went 3 wins. So we'll see if we can do that again. Ooh. We have a Rain team. We've got the Politoed Golduck. And we've also got a Trevenant. Now that's interesting, Trevenant. Not sure how good it is for VGC 17. I think it's alright, but... I'm not really sure on how strong it is, because it sets up Trick Room, it Will-O-Wisp, Grass Ghost typing, so it's kind of nice, but I don't know. A lot of people joining the game too, so this SD hero might be someone slightly relevant, I'm not sure, so I'll keep that in mind. So what do I want to do here? He's got Rain, so I like Magnezone. Actually, I do like Magnezone in this matchup. Tapu Bulu, his Muck and Metagross are going to be really important for him for getting through my Salvest Tapu Bulu. I really like Arachnid here too. Arachnid, he has no good water switch-ins, and the only ones he has, other than Trevenant I guess, but none of them hit for Arachnid very much. So I'm going to lead Tapu Bulu. Because if he leads the Rain mode, then I threaten that. Who else do I want? I think I'm going to lead Magnezone. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to lead Magnezone, Arachnid, and Arcanine in the back. Arcanine's good if I can try and eliminate this Politoed, but he hasn't led the Rain mode. Interesting. I guess Trevenant does get the Grassy Terrain boost, so I have to keep that in mind, but I'm going to Horn Leech, and I'm going to Thunderbolt this Tapu Koko. Actually, he could protect Tapu Koko and then burn my Tapu Bulu. That would be bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap in Arcanine actually, and I'm going to Thunderbolt the Tapu Koko. I'm going to protect that Will-O-Wisp. And I still don't lose much of the attacks. The Volt switches. That's why I Thunderbolted. I had no reason. Like, Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon has slightly more damage, but because of the... I haven't got Electric Terrain up, but Thunderbolt's still doing decent damage. It's Life Orb, so I know it's going to be presumably frail, Tapu Koko. He didn't have any electric switch-ins because both of them were on the field at the time. So he brings in Muck. It's not going to appreciate that Thunderbolt too much. And he Trick Rooms. I mean, that covers the grass switching, but that stinks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to Will-O-Wisp this Muck. And I'm going to Thunderbolt it again, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do there. So he knocks off the Magnezone, I lose my Shocker Berry, and he Leech Seeds the Arcanine. Huh. He's Leech Seeding. Interesting. Well, his Muck's now burned, so its damage output is greatly decreased. But I don't want to swap an Arcanine into a knockoff. So what I'm going to do here is... I think I'm going to double the Muck with a Heat Wave and a Thunderbolt. Yep, I'm going to lose my Citrus Berry, but that's okay. Because he's just putting out Leech Seeds. This Trevenant actually isn't offering him any damage output. Critical hit, I doubt mattered because of the burn damage, but the Trevenant miss kind of stinks. But I'm going to swap this Arcanine. I'm going to swap it for Araquanid, I think. I don't want to swap Tapu Bulu in because if that gets threatened by like a Medium Ash or something, I think the game would be very difficult. I'm going to protect Magnezone. He did miss Leech Seed, so that's probably makes up for the miss on the Heat Wave. So Magnezone can protect here and just get that Grassy Terrain passive recovery. His Z moves, is it a Psychic? Yeah, ouch. That hurts. But that is good to know that Metagross has used its Z move now, so I don't fear that anymore. So I'm going to protect Araquanid here, and I'm going to Thunderbolt this Metagross, because it is locked in here. I don't mind if Magnezone, say, got knocked out by Hammerarm right now, because that gives me a free switch into the Arcanine. And I know he hasn't brought his Rain mode, because he's showed all of his Pokemon. He does go for that Hammerarm, and does knock out the Magnezone. As I said, that's alright, because I get that Arcanine switch. And also another nifty thing is this Araquanid does have enough now, so I can substitute. I say that, but I should do, well, because it says 25.6% on my screen right now. So 4488. So that is 190. Am I doing my math right there? 88. No, I'm doing it wrong. 176. Yeah, that should be definitely enough for a substitute. So I'm going to Heat Wave and I'm going to substitute here. Protects the Metagross, that's fine. I'm still getting Heat Wave damage off, and presumably I'm getting ooh, the burn matters there. And he Leech Seeds. Very questionable play, because that doesn't improve your situation at all. He should have Trick Room there, because the Arcanine's still threatening to outspeed. I know both of my Pokemon are faster than this Trevenant. So all I have to do here is Leech Life and a Heat Wave. Like, this Metagross is still threatened really badly. All he's got is a Tapu Koko switch in. And his Trevenant's -2 attack and burn, so it's not breaking the substitute. So I can Leech Life to get that extra bit of passive recovery, rather than a Liquidation. Because if he swaps the Metagross into, say, Tapu Koko, he can't break Araquanid's sub, so he can't knock it out. And if he leaves the Metagross in, the worst he can do is break Araquanid's sub, but I'm getting a Leech Life off. And Arcanine can just threaten another Heat Wave. So he does swap it into Tapu Koko. I could have gotten a knockout there if I went for Liquidation, but I didn't, because I felt just that little bit extra recovery would be really beneficial. And he Trick Rooms. That's odd for the Tapu Koko because it's very fast, and unless there's a minimum speed or like an Iron Ball, this Arcanine should still be outspeeding it. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to Liquidation, and I'm going to Heat Wave. Liquidation hits Tapu Koko for a knockout, and the Arcanine knocks out the Trevenant. And he can't swap in the Metagross because Arcanine's pushing out Heat Waves, and that's why I really, really like Heat Wave Arcanine, because so many teams build weak to spread fire, but Arcanine's really the only Pokemon that gets access to spread fire. And there we go. We get a knockout on the Koko, and the Heatwave gets a knockout on the Trevenant. There's just, yeah, I really feel like he misplayed that turn where he went for the Leech Seed instead of the Trick Room. But from here, I think I'm going to double protect. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect Arachnid. I'm going to swap in. Oh. Metagross can't be intimidated, so no, I'm just going to double protect. I want to stall out this Trick Room. And he goes to his end headbutt to Arcanine, makes sense. Liquidation might not be a 2-hit KO, but Liquidation's my better play at the moment, and I'm going to Heat Wave. While it'd be nice to burn the Metagross, I guess, it's less accurate, and Heat Wave can burn with a chance anyway. So that Liquidation's a 2-hit KO, that's pretty big. And there we go. His Trick Room did scare me too much because I just knocked out his Pokemon in his own Trick Room, which is really funny. But yeah, and there we go. We've won another game. Climbing up the ladder. We're getting close to 1500. So hopefully in maybe the next episode or two, we'll be able to get there. But thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll catch you next time.